What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
2019.
It is. It is. It's so weird.
Why?
I don't know.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Sweet shorts.
Yeah, I broke my first rule.
Yeah, you went real like thigh high too.
Yeah, but I've been hitting that calf raise machine all winter break.
Hey, it looks good. It does.
Thanks, man.
You're trying to break out of hibernation mode. I know that. We've talked.
I mean, it's pushing 80 degrees here in December and January.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
And it's humid, man. It's been raining. It's just gross. I hate
Do you remember?
that.
Yeah, last winter was great, man. We actually had like as close to a winter as you could have in Florida.
Well, it kind of snowed here.
It did snow. That's right. It snowed
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. That was last year.
Gosh,
It's weird, man. I do kind of miss the good like winter snow though. Do you miss that? Like Idaho or
Yeah, Idaho, the snow, you didn't get a lot of that winter snow. Like when it snowed, it was like at the end of winter,
Yeah.
trying to get into spring. It was never like every now and again you get that like pleasant, nice winter snow. But
Yeah, we
the
had,
most
dude,
part.
New England, we definitely had some good, like, winter, like, real big,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
snowflakes, and everything's just puffy. Those are good
it just makes you
days.
feel good.
It does.
You can't even be mad on a day like that.
No, you walk outside, and honestly, it's refreshing. It's like, because your body's already used to the cold.
You come up to
But,
the
like-
intersection and just slide right through it at that red light. You're not even
just-
mad.
And you're just
like,
hey, it's
waving.
okay. Just, hey, turn
Yeah,
with
man.
the skid. Just turn with the skid.
But not here.
yeah, no.
Not here. It's,
It's
just muggy.
swampy and...
It's gross,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So you got any? So your Christmas was good.
Yeah, man. Christmas was good. It was my kid's first Christmas, and
That's right.
he got so much that's just unnecessary. You know.
I had a good Christmas. We sold our house.
Yeah.
So last Christmas in our house, which was kind
Man.
of sad.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how nostalgic I'm getting about the house.
Really.
I have secretly been wanting the realtor to call me up and say, "Hey, this whole thing's falling through.
The deal's falling through.
No, but no, I'm glad that we're selling it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool. But now we're homeless and we don't have a place to live. So
Well, whenever because we kind of had a short conversation about it a little bit back. Whenever you like put your house on the market,
right,
I don't think that I've ever really gotten nostalgic about a certain place that I've lived until I've moved out or until I'm like, it's like moving day.
Right.
And then you remember like, oh man, like so many good memories. And I can only imagine like you've had 8 years of all kinds of stuff in there.
right. Well, so Jack was born like right before Christmas, but so he wasn't in that house for his first Christmas. But I mean, every Christmas he's been there. Like our kids grew up there. Born there,
Yeah.
buried a dog in the backyard there.
Yeah.
you
Did
know.
you disclose that, by the way?
What's
There's
that?
a dead dog
No, I'm
in your
digging him up.
backyard.
I'm digging him up, man.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm burying him. I'm going to bury him here.
No, you're not.
Yeah. What am I going to leave him there? That's my only dog. That's the only animal I've ever loved in my life.
Did you put him in like a bag or something?
Couple.
A couple like garbage bags?
One garbage bag and then in a duffel bag. The duffel bag was the coffin.
Dude,
But yeah, I buried him.
you're just gonna dig it up, man.
Actually, my dad's going to dig it up. I told him I don't have the heart to dig
I don't
up my
think
own
you could
dog.
do it, yeah.
I'd weep and then I'd be like, I'm a sicko, dude. I'd open the bag. I know me. I'd open the bag.
I would open the bag.
I would open the bag and just
Ugh.
it's been a little over 2 years. So I'm assuming it would just be all bones by now, right? But he's in a couple bags.
Yeah, probably not completely. Like, there's probably still some, right? What do you think, Brian?
I don't know. You put it in a bag, so that's weird.
Yeah, it could be still.
It's weird. What are you
fully
talking
intact.
about? Why is
2
that
years?
weird?
2 years
I mean,
isn't.
unless
Well-
the bugs crawled into the bag.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. You might have a fully intact little Randy in
Or
there.
just some juice.
Yeah, maybe there's
Dead
some
dog
new
juice.
like scientific
That's
advancements.
what I'm saying,
that
man.
you
I
could
would
just,
be too. Like I would open that bag. I'd open that bag. I would. I know I would.
You might
I'm
be able to bring
gross.
him back to life. Honestly, just dude, the walls in your home, man. If they could tell stories, I'm sure there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Some secrets you got in your back pocket and all kinds of weird
Nothing
stuff.
super weird.
Come on.
I'll tell you, the first time I got nostalgic was on Halloween. We we live in a cul-de-sac, and I was walking up to the house. I had just taken Jack trick-or-treating, and all of our neighbors, like, you've seen our house, like, at Christmas. All the neighbors do, like,
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Like, our little cul-de-sac's just kind of cute, you know?
Yeah.
And then at Halloween, like, all the neighbors are out. You know, some people even decorate their houses for Halloween. And I was walking up, and like the grass was like freshly mowed. There was like lights up on the house, and I was like, man, all the neighbors. I was like, I'm gonna miss this place.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, your next place you'll have some more memories. And
Yeah, we'll see. I might be making an offer on a place, but anyway, yeah. So
Yeah,
kind of
that's
bummed
cool.
out, but sold it, which is cool. So we got some good value out of the home.
There you go.
So pumped about
Just
that.
stacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my Christmas was like us like packing up stuff, and you know, it wasn't. I felt stressed out. The
all
entire time.
business.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
all like just couldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I knew we got this move coming up, so I'll be moving in with my folks.
Yeah.
For a
Hopefully
few
not for
weeks.
long.
Yeah, at least a few weeks, but
Hopefully not
oh
for
my
long.
gosh,
Dude,
nothing-
I contemplated asking them to move in. I just don't know if I could do it. I don't know.
with your mom and dad.
Yeah. After being removed for so long, I just feel like it's just weird at that point. you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like super weirded out by it.
Yeah. And honestly, the biggest part would probably be my mom would offer to make food or do my laundry. It would get real easy, real fast.
Well, that's what happened when we first moved back from Idaho.
yeah.
So we moved back from Idaho and we stayed at my parents'. Now Jamie was just pregnant with Jack, so we didn't have any kids. She's pregnant, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like I hadn't been in Tallahassee for about 10 years. Moved back home, and yeah, dude, it was not my wife. So we were there for probably, gosh, man, 6 months, which was about 5 months longer than we had talked about being there. But I fell into chill mode.
You can
I had like a wife and a mom, and I just like everybody was doing my laundry, and people were making me coffee, and you know,
you can kind of understand like a sister wives situation. Like I kind of understand the Mormons now.
Yeah.
Like seems kind of dope.
yeah. My wife walks in the room. She goes, "If you want to stay married to me, we're gonna be out of here next week." But the look in her eye was like, she's not joking. She's out. She's gonna be.
How
out.
many times had Jamie met your parents before you guys lived there?
She had met him a few times.
A few
They
times.
had come to our place in Idaho.
Okay.
And then she had met him a few times. So
Okay. Yeah.
it really wasn't so much. My parents were fine. It was just me.
Yeah.
I went into just like 17-year-old mode again.
Yep.
I was like, throwing fits about
Mom.
stupid stuff. Mom, make me dinner. Just annoying my wife.
I do like
So-
that though. Well, New Year's, man. New Year's. Do you guys do anything like? A lot of people are into resolutions and stuff like that. Are you big into that kind of stuff?
Dude, just trying to get my diet right again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and everybody else.
Yeah, but here's the difference. I can do it, and I will do it, and I can stick to it, and I have every time.
Yeah.
I'll let off. I'll let off the gas a little bit. The
For
holidays.
A short season.
Eat like sweetbreads and
About 2 months before Thanksgiving into about a month after Christmas.
yeah.
That's like your sweet spot for just like letting go.
Well, this year was a little different because I got hurt. I was training to run that ultra marathon.
Ah, yeah.
And so
Yep.
when I got hurt and like my training stopped,
Everything went downhill.
yeah, I'm an emotional eater, and I really
Everything went downhill.
yeah, I just pigged out.
I totally get that.
I
Yeah.
pigged out. I put on 20 pounds in 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah. Still look good though, man.
So
Still look good. You can tell. I hope at least you can tell a little bit. I'm trying to compliment more. I want to have a better attitude this year.
I noticed that. I don't know if I like that.
I know, and I kind of don't like it either. But at the same time, like just giving people a hard time all the time has just made my life. I think I'm just knocking years off my life.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Yeah.
You kind of realize that you got to stop doing that because
Yeah.
I was the exact same way. Anytime somebody said something, I had a little joke or remark or a comment
Yeah.
or a cut down. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it.
It just
No.
causes so much strife, man. And like I've gotten recently in the last couple months just into some big conversations and big discussions. And dude, I get real hype on those kinds of things. And like genuinely, I think like
You try to change people's mind too hard. I think that's
think?
what it is. I think you got to realize that like you can still like have a debate or an argument without the other person's mind changing.
Yeah.
And I think that you're man. I enjoy it though. I enjoy it.
I think my downfall is I'm an extremely competitive person. I always kind of have been. I don't like losing anything, and it could be something I'm familiar with or even something I'm brand new to. Like there were moments whenever like Bryce and I were playing a board game with a few friends, and I've never played it before, but I can guarantee my first like going in there, I'm trying to win. You know,
Right.
I'm not this whole like I just giving up, letting other people win just for the enjoyment of it or whatever else. Like, dude,
No, but
there's no part of me that
absolutely not. I'm competitive too. I think you have to look at it from kind of a different angle sometimes.
yeah.
So when I joined the military, I remember my mom, she told me this, and she's never told me this before. And she was like, "Hey man, just go there and play the game." And that's what she told me to do. She's like, "Just go play the game." And for some reason that stuck with me. I just saw the entire thing as a game. And I just I let off when I needed to let off. I pushed when I needed to push. I kind of just understood that like, hey, this is how like this system works.
Yeah.
And I had a real easy time.
Hmm.
Got what I wanted a lot, got my way in most things, like
Yeah.
didn't have a tough time. I saw a lot of guys have a tough time. So my advice to you is just play the game.
Play the game.
But in playing the game, there's different ways to win. It's like poker, you just can't bluff every hand.
Yeah.
Or you just can't fold every hand. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You got to read the situation. You got to be smart. And at the end of the day, you're looking for a certain outcome, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do to get that outcome.
Just play the game.
Play the game.
You're
dude.
right. Because I go in extremely headstrong into arguments.
Right.
And if somebody wants to take an opposing position, I'll take the exact opposite position.
Right.
And I will fight it to the death, like tooth and nail. I'm not giving ground. And like it's bad. It's bad for me. It's bad for my relationships. Like it's just no good. And I don't like that. I like the fact that I'm inquisitive and I don't mind backing down from a discussion. Like we can have debates all day, but like I do. You're right. I maybe looking at it more like a game and trying to figure out strategy more than just like
strategize.
trying to get my point out no matter what is probably going to be a better bet for me. For sure.
Because I think the harder that you go in one direction, you're just making the other person you're arguing with or debating with
Yeah.
or even talking with just pull that much harder in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So play the game.
Probably
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's good advice.
Just play the game, man.
Good advice. I might
You
get a
know,
Livestrong bracelet.
tell people-
just says play the game.
Tell people what they want to hear, even
Play
though you
the
don't really
game.
mean it. Play the game, dude. Just play the
It's kind of sociopathic
yeah,
though, isn't it?
absolutely. 100%.
I
It's
don't know.
okay.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might call it manipulative.
I just call it playing the game.
Call it playing the game. I'm just playing the game, man. That's all it is.
I'm just playing the game, man. Don't
all
worry
it is.
about it. Yeah.
It was funny because when I was in the military too, like I was in for 10 years, and I remember I was like, when I was done, I was like, game was over,
Yeah.
and I was done. No, I had no sentimental value leaving.
Huh.
You know what I mean? It was just like I played the game. Now
Wow.
the game's over. I'm over the game. I'm out.
Jeez, man.
Just got to play the game, dude.
Yeah. That's a very disconnected way to look at life, though. isn't
Yeah,
it?
100%. Why connect yourself to things just so you can get hurt? all that's gonna do is cause heartache, trauma in your life. No way, dude.
Avoid hurt at all costs.
Yeah.
Just play the game,
play
man.
the game, man.
It's just a game.
Disconnect.
It's just a game.
Disconnect.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You know, there was something that I kind of in your arguing and looking over at Brian, because when we were talking about like you're debating and Brian's over there rolling his
oh,
eyes.
he's hard
because
rolling them.
You guys have had some outstanding debates.
Yeah. Yeah.
One that left Brian leaving the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few weeks before that, you got mad in a poker game and stomped out of the room.
Wow.
Now, hold on.
Hold on.
I just want to say, I think a 2019 resolution would be for both of you, in the face of adversity, be men and stand your ground. Okay? That's not stomp out of rooms when things don't go our way.
Okay, hold on. Because I don't know that. I don't think Brian and I are notoriously guilty of doing that.
Doesn't matter. It only takes one time.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
Borderline written
there's
off,
no
both of
leeway
you.
in that. Where's the grace in your heart for like one night of frustration?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But you should be given at least a couple good storm outs in your life.
Says every guy that beat his wife.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. You don't. Sorry.
That's not at all. That's not equivalent,
Take,
bro. That's,
take control over yourself. All right.
Oh, I only beat her one good time.
Yeah. Where's the grace?
Come
Not one
on.
night, you
Come
know.
on, Judge.
One night of just,
You kill one wife, and all of a sudden,
I was frustrated. Yeah.
yeah, man. I know. That's what I'm working on this year. Honestly, I know that I have it in myself to be better at that, and that's
Right.
one thing I'm choosing to be.
I will
better
say, if I had to rank them, the debate that you and Brian got in, you were picking at Brian.
Oh.
Like pretty
Yeah.
ferociously.
Let me chime in. If I was gonna give any advice to your debating, it would to try to not be so freaking annoying because I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I had to walk out.
He had to walk out. Let me say this. I might give Brian a pass only because I was there. Now, your storm out of the little poker game when you lose a hand of poker.
No,
You
that's
stormed
not it at
out.
all. That's not it at all.
You stormed out. We all thought you cooled down.
no
and then you
context.
came back in and grabbed your computer, which we were using to keep
need
track
my
of the,
laptop.
of the tournament.
I need my laptop.
And then
I
you
didn't.
went home.
I didn't scream, and nor did I stomp. I just simply knew if I hung around there, I was going to get more angry.
I understand.
So I knew I had to get out of there, and I get it. I understand. I can look at those situations and say I was in the wrong,
Right.
and I want to move forward and be better than that.
So 2019 resolution is, hey, we're gonna stay in the moment.
yeah,
We're gonna play the game.
yeah,
We're gonna stand our ground
yeah. Be a man.
and be men,
Be men.
because men don't stomp out of rooms.
No, they don't.
I was like, we're gonna start slamming doors next,
Yeah, probably.
screaming into pillows, whatever.
Who
whatever.
slams doors anymore?
Oh man, I'm not going there, but I know somebody.
Are you more liable to punch a wall or slam a door?
Neither. I am. When
I
it
punched
co-
a wall once and I broke my hand, so I'm never doing that again.
So did I. I punched. The only time I've ever punched anything, I was 16 years old. I got in an argument with my mom, and I punched the refrigerator, and I broke 2 of my knuckles, and I was in a cast.
Yep.
So
I've never punched
that's the only time I've ever
Yeah.
punched anything, and never punched anything before that. Didn't.
except for
and,
humans. Like you've punched some humans.
I mean, I've been in like fights growing
Yeah.
up as a kid.
You've
but,
punched some people.
but like never like flying off the handle.
Yeah.
And punching stuff. I'm not really like I don't road rage. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get like mad, but like I don't like freak out and scream.
Yeah.
But I am the one that I do stay like I'll follow my wife, or if I'm in an argument or anybody,
Yeah.
I'll follow you into every room, and like
Yeah.
I just keep like that's kind of
Yeah.
I
I
won't
would-
let it die.
Yeah, in an argument, I'd much rather solve. Like, if there's an issue, not even an argument, but like if we're fighting, I'd much rather sit here and resolve it now
Right.
than let it linger. I'm much
Right.
more like that.
Well, and then like my wife, she's like, "Hey, we like just separate for a minute," and then once she cools off, she's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's just difference. But no, I don't really like punch walls or like freak
Yeah,
out or.
I'm not a
slam doors or
puncher
anything.
either. I guess I'm guilty of walking out of situations.
Yeah, when you lost a poker
I
match.
come on, I have it. Whatever. But yeah, man, 2019 is gonna look up, bro. It's gonna look up. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm excited. New place to live. See what that brings,
Yep.
and then just take it from there, man.
Yeah.
It's just another year. You know, you get older. You get to be my age. Get to be an old man.
Yeah.
It's all the years run together.
Yeah.
It's just another year that's going to go by in the blink of an eye,
Yeah.
and
You're one step closer to those yearly doctor visits too, where they just invade your privacy to the max. You're so close to that.
yeah,
That's just a threshold you can't go back from either.
I know.
You
But-
are getting old. That's okay though. You're young at heart.
I
Your heart's probably not young, but you're young at heart.
I did pull I pulled a gray hair out of my beard today.
First
Like
one?
with tweezers. Nah, it's like the second or third one.
Jeez.
And I was
Long?
like- I mean, it was just I could see it just chilling in there. I was like, "Ka-dink."
Kadoosh.
But there'll be a moment I give up. I'm not really like gray. Gray doesn't bug me a whole lot.
Dude, much rather gray than bald. Like,
Yeah.
much rather. I'd rather go gray at 40 than, like, bald at 60.
Yeah, I mean, grays don't bug me.
You know? I could care less, to be honest.
You taking any trips this year? Got any big?
You know, I don't know. We have some family in Texas that we're probably gonna go see. I want to take a trip out to. Got a couple buddies out in Arizona now. Probably want to go take a trip out there and just see, Phoenix and then up in like Prescott and so might just take a
Dude,
couple
you hit
visits
that.
out
You hit
there
that
and-
name right.
I did. You told me.
Yeah, it's
because I was like,
Prescott.
I think my buddy's moving to Prescott, and you were like,
Yeah,
Prescott.
I lived in Arizona. It's Prescott.
What a joke, dude! It is definitely a Western. Like people were wearing boots. There's legit cowboys out that way.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
for real.
I'm sure. I've actually never. I'm trying to remember if I've actually even been into Prescott.
Probably driven by
But-
it on your way to Flagstaff or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but
through it.
either
I don't
way,
know. But I'm
yeah.
sure. I'm sure they got like a saloon that like throw the doors open.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm hoping to take a couple of those trips, and we'll see, man. We'll see. We're buying a house, our first home, and
That's
so
right.
we're
Let's
gonna.
close in a few weeks.
Yep, gonna be getting settled in and doing some house renovation stuff, which is gonna be new to me, but I'm excited for it. It'll be cool. It'll be
Yeah.
like the first time that, dude. Bryce and I were just counting the other day because we heard this report on the news that the average person over their lifetime lives in 11 homes, and I was like, it seemed high, like right off the rip, and then I realized I'm 24 and I've already lived in like 13.
Have
I've
you
lived in
really?
like 12, 13 houses or apartments.
Wow, I can't even think about that. Let's think. 1,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay.
9.
Yeah.
9. But this house is the longest place I've ever lived.
Yeah.
8 years.
Wow.
8 years. So that's why maybe I'm also a little
Yeah.
nostalgic about that. I've never, 8 years.
I'm averaging a home every 2 years in my life
Right.
right now, which is crazy. So hopefully, like buying a house, we'll be able to live there for a while, like kind of, get our feet wet and see what happens.
Our realtor says every 7 years is when people, on average, change homes.
Yeah. So I'll put it like 11-ish for people. That's nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting. What about you, Brian? Have you lived in like 11 places? You're counting on your fingers.
Nobody can see that.
Like 8?
8?
Ish?
Yeah. You'll probably hit 11. Probably hit more by the time you're done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're going to die at 50, so it is what it is.
Brian gets married in 2 weeks.
Dude, he does. It's going to be hype. Are you excited?
Yeah.
He's a little sicky today.
Yeah, I've been sick this week.
Oh man,
Stinks.
bummer, dude.
You
I'm
did have
sorry.
some soup, though.
What kind of soup?
Burnt my tongue.
That's why I don't. Soup sucks. Dude, I hate soup. That is like jail food. It's not even food. It's like jail drink.
Jail drink. It kind of fills you up.
I hate soup too.
I hate
but
it, man.
When
It's the
I'm
wor-
sick, it hit the spot.
Not a meal.
Ugh.
If I'm drinking it, it is not a meal. I don't care if you put like some bits of chicken and noodle in it or whatever. It's gross.
Jeez. Soup's not the best. I do like chowders and stuff, though. I do like some thick chowder, some clam chowder, corn chowder. Give me some of
I think
that.
I actually do like clam chowder.
Yeah.
Chili.
Seafood bisque, bro.
Chili's like a good.
Chili-
Chili's not really a soup, though.
I love
Kinda is.
I
chili.
think chili's a category of its own.
Maybe like probably most soup I like the flavor of, but when I think of soup, I think of one soup, and that's tomato soup, and that
Ugh.
dude,
Why are we
The
talking
only
about
point
soup?
of that is to like dip bread in it. And when my bread's
Yeah.
gone, I'm done with the tomato soup.
Dude, so growing up, and I've done it a couple times since I became an adult too, but like my mom used to make tomato soup, and normally people would do grilled cheese with it, right?
Right, yeah,
my
yeah.
mom would go like Ritz crackers and put cheese on each piece and melt it in the microwave, and then we would put it in the soup and kind of crush it up, and then it became like almost like a chowder. It's real thick, dude. I liked it a lot. It's real weird though.
see, that's gross.
But it's like yeah, I don't know. We
I
did
didn't
weird
I didn't
things.
think you could make
We did.
tomato soup any cheaper or more disgusting.
Oh, we also would
until
cut up
that.
Vienna sausages and put them in
Okay,
there, and then
okay.
some spam. We would just
yuck.
grill some spam and just, dude. Hawaiians eat spam all the time.
I
Apparently.
actually do like spam.
yeah.
I get it when I go to Minnesota when we visit Jamie's
weird.
family.
Do you heat it up or just eat it cold?
No, her mom like fries it and makes these like
Does she?
she makes these like spam sandwiches on croissants.
Oh,
You know, because spam started in Minnesota.
did it?
Did
Yeah, makes sense. They don't make anything good.
I won't disagree with that. You're not really going up. I don't think Minnesota's known for too many
like inventions
too
or
many culinary like
dude.
breakthroughs. Except the Minnesota State Fair, which like flip flop.
Oh.
The Minnesota State Fair and like the Texas State Fair like flip flop each year to like which one's biggest because like
Yeah.
one will like beat the other one, then the next year the other one will add like a couple things, and it's crazy. So I did go to the Minnesota State Fair one year. I'll never go there again. I'm not kidding. There was like 500,000 people on those fairgrounds.
Ballistic.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But you can get a deep fried stick of butter.
Did you get it?
I tasted it.
Yeah, was it good?
It's a stick of butter with with a stick in it, rolled in cinnamon and sugar, and then like battered and deep fried. And so when you just bite into it, it's just like this buttery. It was. I couldn't eat the whole stick of butter. I felt sick after the bite, but it was tasty.
Yeah, dude, you're dying when you're 50, dude. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably, and that's
And
fine.
cheese curds, they have the cheese
Oh,
curds.
dude,
over there.
I do love cheese curds. Those are good, man.
Yeah.
You ever had poutine? Like the fries with the gravy and the
The
cheese
brown
curds
gravy
on
and-
top.
It's like
Oh,
it's Canadian, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
You know what? I got it at a food truck here in town. It was gross.
Don't get it at a food truck. in
I remember having
Tallahassee,
it one other
Florida.
time, and it was good. And then I got it at a food truck here in town. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no. There were a couple places up north that would do like Belgian fries. They would fry them in duck fat, and then they would do like a good gravy and legit cheese curds.
Dude,
and
you get a weird look in your eye when you say duck fat.
duck fat.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something about it, man. It's decadent. Jeez, I wish I had a whole thing of.
But yeah,
duck
Minnesota,
fat.
man, they that's the kind of food they eat up there.
Yeah,
Cheese curds and deep fried sticks
I
of
could
butter.
live. I could live in that. I could do it.
And bars.
Bars. You did tell me about that. Everything's a bar.
A bar. Yay. Make some Rice Krispie bars. You mean Rice Krispie treats? Oh. What?
Oh.
Hey, Mom, make some Butterfinger bars. It's like you just melted a bunch of chocolate in like a pan and then like you cut it into squares. Everything's a bar. Forget that place.
Can we make some Oreo bars?
They would. I'm sure they have them somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's what it would be. I'll
Stupid.
tell you what an Oreo bar would be right now. It'd be a bag or like a couple bags of Oreos or boxes of Oreos. They'd get all crunched up, and then you just melt butter to bind it and toss it in the oven.
Oreo bars.
Cut it into bars. Boom, Oreo bars. I'll tell you, that's the recipe right there. I've never seen them.
It does sound kind of
Guarantee
good. Though.
somebody's
It
made
does
them.
sound kind of good. I would do it. And I'd call it a bar gladly as I shoved it in my gullet.
Yeah.
So change pace a little bit. One thing that I did just a couple days ago, it was the first experience that I ever had like this in a cinematic way. So Netflix released, have you ever heard of the show Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never
So-
watched it.
Okay. You should skip season 1, episode 1. Do not.
I don't want to watch it.
I think
didn't-
you would love it.
I didn't think the
That's the one
Twilight
I
Zone was
watched.
cool.
It was weird.
So somebody told me about the show, so I started at the beginning, obviously, like you normally would. I didn't know that all the episodes were standalone, and I stopped for about a year after I watched that first episode. I wouldn't touch it again. And then I realized, oh, they're all different. The show is genius. They do an incredible job. So the people that made Black Mirror just dropped a movie, okay, on Netflix. It's called Bandersnatch. And basically, it's a choose your own destiny movie. So while you're going through, bro, you're clicking like options to kind of like decide what happens in the movie. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
What?
Yeah. So I've played video games like that, right?
is
There's video games where you can obviously choose your own options and it changes the storyline and the
Right.
gameplay.
Books like that too.
Yep, there's books like I used to
Like,
read.
flip to page 57.
Exactly. Lots of mystery novels like that where you choose like which direction you go. This is the first time I've ever watched a real movie where this is happening. I don't know. I'm sure they're out there, but this is like the biggest one right now. You should definitely do it. It's interesting. I don't think that they accomplished it like in a great way, but I think it's good. And it's something that I'm super into. Something I'm super into. Yeah.
I'll check it out. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like at some
Bandersnatch.
point they're gonna have some sort of like augmented reality or virtual reality where like you're the protagonist in a movie and you get to like decide
Yeah.
what happens. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'll bet that we definitely go that direction. Technology is just advancing so much, dude. These things are becoming just more and more easy for people to do. So
Not
I think
me,
we're
man.
going to start changing. Why?
Not me.
Why? Explain.
I live in real life.
Do you?
Yeah, dude.
Everything's a game to you, bro.
That's
You don't
right.
live in
I
you don't live in
I
real
play
life.
my own game. I play my own game. What do I need? I don't need some augmented reality to play a game. I got
Yeah.
my own game going. I got tons of them going.
Dude, there's gonna be some weird stuff out there, man. the like little virtual reality and augmented reality headsets are becoming more and more like affordable, and some of them apparently are pretty nuts, man. I mean, the new Oculus Rift stuff is wild. Like some of the people, I just watched a video the other day. Some dude they were doing a like almost like a laser tag thing. They were in a warehouse, and everybody wears virtual reality stuff, and you walk around and shoot. And it's dude, like those places are becoming more and more common. You're gonna start running into it for sure.
Not if I avoid those places.
I think it's just gonna start hitting you in the face, dude. No. It's like cell phones, man. It's like cell phones.
Yeah, but I mean, I think cell phones served a purpose. They met a need, and then obviously, like, you could play games on it and stuff. But like, this is just like you're just talking about like nerd gaming.
No,
that's gonna take me over. No, it's
you
not.
You sound like the guy. There was some quote on Facebook I saw the other day from this like Fortune 500 company CEO, and back in like 1996, he said like the internet's just gonna be a bust. Like it's not gonna accomplish anything. That's what you kind of sound like right now. Because I genuinely, I think that more and more things are becoming accessible. I think we're starting to see a lot more of that kind of stuff, augmented reality, virtual reality.
Well, if you're telling me that I'm only going to like get onto this for purely for like an entertainment or like gaming perspective, I won't.
Well, imagine like
the internet serves actual purpose for people.
So imagine you came in with your iPhone X that you got recently, and you used it to measure things, didn't you?
I did.
You used a new app. You used augmented reality to measure certain, things.
Okay.
So that's something that you've already used that you didn't even realize probably was that. So you're going to start seeing more and more applications of this. I think it gets weird, though.
How was that augmented reality? I mean, I was just using a tool in
lieu
of a ruler.
The way that it measures,
I was just using my phone.
The way that it measures is that it reads what's in the room, and it can scan different distances using a camera. That's basically like, so that's basically what augmented reality would be.
Augmented reality would be like, oh, we can project like a map onto this round table.
And so
as long as you're wearing like the glasses, have your phone.
Wait, I think that you have the definition of that's not an augmented reality.
It's a loose
I'm measuring.
It's similar.
I'm using a tool.
It's similar
to
technology.
It's
a loose definition of of augmented reality. So basically, you're using something that is digital that isn't actually real to measure something that is real without actually having anything physical. So that's basically what we're talking about.
An augmented reality would be a fake reality, or you are.
I think augmented reality in that vein would mean.
Well, not fake, or you're bringing something in.
You pull up your camera.
Maybe I see what you're saying.
Hold on, you pull up your camera and it measures like the size of the diameter of this table right there, but like on the screen it'll pop up the measurement on your screen. That would be augmented reality.
Yeah. So it's a loose definition, but it's definitely that kind of technology that's being more and more ingratiated. You know what I mean?
Because augmented reality basically says like
we're ingratiated.
Yeah, it's being ingratiated.
Integrated?
No. Like you would ingratiate into like a different society.
I've never even heard that word before.
Well, you just Google it and just so you can confirm, and then you can just worship me as.
I'll ingratiate you.
No, that's not how it works.
Ingratiate, bring oneself into favor with someone by flattering or trying to please them. So I don't think you're using that correctly.
Classic Clint out of context.
Hold on, there's got to be alternate definitions here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of different definitions for ingratiated. Hey, listen, man. I've never heard the word before. You took a shot. I'll give it to you. At least you knew the word.
Can't you just leave it be and just move on?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can let ingratiated fly by.
There's no alternate definitions. Is that it?
It's gaining favor.
Hold on. How did I use it?
You were like, you'll become ingratiated with your augmented reality.
Yeah, dude, become in like favor. Like you're you're becoming more familiar.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you would ingratiate into a different society. Like I think that's definitely.
I think
that's
you are like Brian said.
Phrase.
I think you are.
I think that's a
meaning
phrase.
to say integrate.
No,
but you're trying to church it up a little bit.
Maybe you're
into
right.
another word called ingratiated,
you're
which
right.
has a completely different definition.
Honestly, I just wish you would have just moved on. We could.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done this before.
Come on. No, I haven't. Hold on. This might be the only definition I've ever been wrong with.
Someone is going to contact us and be like, Clint or Zach and I will be wrong somehow. Or something.
Oh, I hope so. I hope. Yeah, if you're listening out there,
You know
And
If you're listening out there
and
and you
you
have an
think I'm
alternate
right.
dictionary
Come on.
with a
No.
different definition of ingratiated.
Okay, but either way, so this kind of technology, right?
Yeah.
One thing that I just saw today, and we don't have our monitor up right now, so I'll just either have to show you later or whatever. But dude, there is some technology that this guy, he just did a TED talk where basically it'll take thousands of images of somebody's face and videos from them of the like on the internet, and just like every different angle and all this kind of stuff, and compile a virtual reality version of them that is actually like real. Like it's so many that it's not digital at all. It looks real.
Right.
And they can make them say anything the way that they would say it, like the inflections that they would have. He just did this whole thing with Barack Obama.
So what's the point of that?
So it's extremely dangerous because literally with the way that videos and stuff get passed around right now, if this guy were to take Donald Trump, create a figure of him, and then say like
Ingratiated.
like and and have him like sitting in a chair in the Oval Office talking to a couple people, be like, hey, and everybody just keep this on the down low, but we're gonna bomb North Korea next month. We already have the plans in, and he could make it, and it looks like he just filmed it. It's unbelievable. And so now the same guy that created this technology is now on the back end with another company basically fighting against that technology, trying to create a database that would determine whether or not something's real or fake.
I mean, I think that's pretty interesting. I do feel though that like there would be some sort of like supporting technology that would let you know immediately if that was fake.
Yeah, well, that's what they're working on right now, but
Right.
it's a lot harder than you would think because, dude, he showed 4 videos of Barack Obama saying like this one. It was a very long. It was like 3 sentences or so where he was talking about like, oh, the blah blah blah, and the taxes and
Could you imagine that?
dude.
That could be dangerous.
And nobody could tell which one was real and which one was fake, and there were 4 of them. You just can't. And so, dude, it's extremely dangerous. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, dude, I think you'd love Black Mirror. It's like exactly what we're talking about.
interested at
But
all.
either way, dude, imagine that technology getting into anybody, like anybody that's not completely and utterly just wholesome.
Right.
That can be extremely dangerous. Even if it comes out like a week or so later that it's fake, dude, damage can be done.
Right.
Regardless, you know what I mean?
North Korea doesn't play around, dude.
No.
What was that movie? Remember they threatened like the
With Seth Rogen and
Dictator.
yeah. Wait, no.
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 It was something
No.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Seth
They-
Rogen
they
and
pulled it off because
James Franco.
Yeah.
So they only released it via streaming services.
Yeah.
Because they said
pretty
if they
funny. I
if
watched
they,
it.
oh, it was hilarious, and it was actually semi-accurate too. Like they actually did a pretty decent job of what it's like to go over there.
But that was a pretty big deal because, we let North Korea dictate
Yeah.
our actions. We didn't release a movie in theaters because we were scared of North Korea.
So we're scared of what they
interview?
might do.
Because they issued some threat, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna do something. They're gonna like blow up or they're gonna attack the studio or something like that.
Yeah, I
Something
don't
along
know.
those lines.
I
I
don't-
don't interview.
The
The interview.
Yeah. Gosh, dude,
They were gonna
James
do something wrong.
Franco and Rogan were great in
But
that. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
how are you gonna let North Korea scare us like that?
I don't know.
I thought we were better than that.
I thought so too.
You make one movie, and the next thing you know, Kim Jong Un's ingratiating your entire country.
Well, you can imagine if like a 21st Century Fox was releasing a film next year that one of the people in the movie was drawing Muhammad.
Well, that happened in France. The Charlie Hebdo.
There was a movie of it.
No, it was the comics.
So yeah.
They drew
So that's what I'm
Muhammad,
saying.
and they got the people there got attacked.
So that's what I'm saying. Imagine if a company like that, and it was just, even if it were just like a small little part of the film, it's just kind of like a passerby thing, but like if somebody did that, you can imagine like the outcry that would happen if just some comedians were drawing. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it wouldn't be, I mean,
I'm not scared.
well, obviously you're not. Look at you. Everything's a game to you.
I'll play the game.
You could care less. You're like,
Get at me, North Korea. I'll make a movie.
this is basically just Risk. Who cares? I can wipe you out with a freaking disease.
I've been in. I think we may have talked about it before, but I've been into watching videos of people that just travel to North Korea for vacation.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's not quite as out of reach as you may think it is. I mean, they have a lot of rules when you're in country.
Yeah.
Like you just can't go like wandering around. But I watched this one video where they have an actual like ski resort on the side of a mountain in North Korea. And once you get to the ski resort, you can go wander wherever, ski, eat in the restaurants. Look pretty legit. And I mean, if you're like downtown and whatever I can't remember the name of the city, but their main city, the capital, you can't just walk around the streets.
No.
If you're American.
No. One of the Vox guys did and I don't love Vox, but they did a little documentary thing where one of their writers went over there and he was able to film in a couple different areas.
Yeah.
And he basically said like they took him into this hotel with this massive banquet hall and he sat down for a meal and he was the only person in this massive banquet hall and they basically just sent him in the door and like, oh, here you go. Here's
Right.
where we're eating. And he said he looked at the waitress like she's been waiting on somebody to get here for like months. Like she's
Dude,
just
I watched one where like a guy went like that. I can't remember if it was Vice or what it was, but a guy went and like they went to this big stadium and they're like, that's where Kim Jong Un sits for these stadium appearances. But like, come to find out, like no one goes there for anything.
Yep.
But like they had like thousands of like North Koreans putting on this show,
Yep.
and he was like,
Yeah.
it was just me and like my tour guide.
Yeah.
And we were just watching thousands of people put on this amazing like Olympic like show, and like he's like, I can't imagine like what do these people do? Like, do they just do this for like people
Random
that come?
people that might
They
come in.
obviously probably don't get paid.
Yeah. I mean, they
But, like
get
if Kim Jong Un,
But you know, when
wants to
something's
watch
like
it.
when something's just your reality though, and that's just your life, like you make do.
yeah.
They don't know anything else, so
Yeah.
that's the way they live.
It's
over
kind of
there.
like a Truman Show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Though-
I mean, they think that they are like a world power, so I mean, they believe that they are.
Well,
A
that's
lot of
because all their media tells them that, and they talk about how bad America is and like all
and
that
Kim,
kind of stuff.
Old Kim Jong Un, didn't he like shoot an 18 on 18 holes or something like that?
Yeah, dude, he's
got, like, a
apparently he's
museum
broken
full
And he,
of
like, doesn't
everything. He's
poop.
got, like,
all
every
the
record.
records. Yeah, he doesn't poop. He can
He's
dunk
all
a
the records.
basketball. Like he's, dude, I'm not kidding. Like those are the kinds of things. Yeah,
I love it that he got 18 hole in
18 hole in ones, bro.
The same video I
Gosh.
watched, they like went to the museum and it's like all the things that he's like invented, and it's like a desk, and they said that he invented it. I'm like, no, he didn't.
Maybe he did.
Dude, but honestly,
Maybe
here's
he
the
did.
deal. This is the kind of
So this is
power
where the
trip it's
person
on, though.
sits, and this is where the paper goes. Boom, invented.
Because I doubt that like they just said it. I'll bet that they go out golfing and he hits a shot and like they have guys like scurry around and grab the ball and like go and they put it in just to like
Oh,
and
yeah,
all-
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, oh, hole in one, and he kind of just looks the other way while it's happening. Like, dude, but I can guarantee it's something like that, bro. It's some weird stuff, man.
I could live like that.
Could you?
Yeah.
You could be one of those guys.
I could shoot 18 on 18.
Oh, you could be Kim Jong Un.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd have people just like run and just then praise me for how good I am. And I know I did. But yeah. I could totally live
But
like
I did it.
that. I did it.
I just love all the countless pictures of him looking at stuff. It's like him and like his like army of like right hand men, and then they're just like, look at this, and it's like a big cucumber or something. He's
in-
like, oh, we did that.
Oh.
Yeah, in one guy's video, there was a barber shop, and I guess there's only like 8 or 10 like approved men's haircuts that you can get.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. I had heard a rumor that like everybody had to have the same haircut as Kim Jong Un, but I don't.
No,
think that
there's
was
like
real,
there's
yeah.
like it was like 8 or 10 or something like that, different ones. I mean, they were all pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it, they were all like, it was like one, one's parted one way, one's parted the other way. That's really the only
Dude,
difference.
what a crazy thing that it's 2019 and a place like that exists.
Yeah,
It's wild.
yeah.
It's wild, man.
And when some of the video that was shot over, what is it, Pyongyang or something?
Pyongyang.
Pyongyang.
Pyong-
Some of the video that shot, I
Pyongyang?
mean, the city infrastructure looks pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like.
Are there
I know.
people walking around? Like,
Yeah, they're-
really?
I mean, the government
Koreans-
has a lot of money.
What's that?
The government there has a lot of money.
Does it actually
compared
though?
To, like,
I think they have like a 1 million man army or something like that too.
Do they actually, though?
Compared to like their people, they
Yeah.
like, take all. They like, take like all the money for themselves. So
Yeah, if America wanted to
if
wipe
Kim
them
Jong
out,
Un
we could
wants
do
something
it.
done,
So easy.
it'll get done.
A million
To
man
the
army,
extent
like
that they're able to do it.
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Like you can have like 1 million guys, but if you don't have like a tank or a airplane, who cares?
Apparently,
Yeah.
they have nukes, though. That's what they say.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah, and Kim Jong Un shot 18 for 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
got
should play
nuked.
Tiger on live
They
television,
had
dude.
nuked, but
Do you know how many people
Trump
would watch
disarmed
that?
them. Oh man.
I know Tiger and Phil like went at this thing and it was big, but could you imagine Tiger Woods going over to play Kim Jong Un?
I mean, Tiger's gonna have to get his handicap down to 18. Well, I guess it wouldn't
He
be
doesn't
zero.
stand a
I don't know what
chance,
your
dude.
handicap would be if you have to shoot 18.
Doesn't stand a chance. Oh,
It's so good. though.
jeez, it is.
But yeah, everybody that lands in that country, they had to bring flowers and like there's these big statues of Kim Jong Il and Un,
Yeah.
his pops, and like you have to like right like the first thing you do when you get there is you have to go like lay flowers at the feet of this gigantic like golden statues of both of them.
Oh,
Kind
I
of you
don't
pay your
think-
respects to
yeah.
them when you first get there, and then you go about your business.
I just don't think I'm doing it. I don't think I'm gonna go ever.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I
I have
mean,
no
it didn't look.
desire
It
to
didn't
go.
look. It didn't
Yeah.
look fun.
Yeah, I'd be interested to like see it, but I would never actually. If it's like tours, if you can go and take a tour, gosh, that'd be crazy interesting though, wouldn't it?
You can't.
Would you be scared? I know that's what I'm saying, but wouldn't you be scared? Like, yeah, wouldn't make it out.
No, I think
Not at
that's
all?
see, that's the whole thing about their country is like they treat the American tourists really well. They're trying to portray this image that like, hey, they're a worldwide destination hotspot. You know, like come. Yeah, that's their whole
Yeah.
thing. That's like that's Kim Jong Un's like that's his game, dude.
Yeah.
He shoots 18. He's got a great country.
Everything
come
looks
visit. So
good,
yeah,
yeah.
They're taking care of you.
Wow.
Yeah, you're probably you're treated well. And yeah,
Jeez.
you're not. You know, they have a lot of rules.
Yeah. Do you fly in there?
Yeah, I think you have to fly from China.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're not taking South Korean flights. You're not going from Seoul in.
No.
Yeah, that'd be trouble.
But you can go take a trip to the demilitarized zone, the DMZ, from the North Korean side too, and watch.
It's weird.
Just like you can in South Korea, and just go stand
Is there actually
there.
anything there to see?
Just a bunch of buildings.
Oh,
Where
so
they-
there are buildings there on the edge.
Well, like they have like the border,
Yeah.
but then there's just like this one spot where it's kind of like a base, I guess,
okay.
for both sides.
Okay.
And they have these buildings these long buildings that actually half of the buildings in each country,
Wow.
and they have meetings in there.
Oh, that's
But they're-
weird.
It's kind of like a neutral site, and
that's
then the North Korean soldiers and the South Korean soldiers literally just stand there and stare at each other, and they just like they have shifts.
That's like recently you saw the video of like the North Korean and South Korean leaders. They like were at the demilitarized zone. They walked out and shook hands.
Wow.
yeah, it's
Wild.
like right there.
And that's the area where like no one's supposed to go.
I have some like barbed wire from it. I found this like plaque when we were going through all of our stuff.
Dude, that's sick.
I was watching this
Yeah.
ridiculous show. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, what's the guy's who's like the Fonz, and it was like George Foreman and
Fonz.
Like the guy that played the Fonz?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Henry
Henry
Winkler.
Winkler. Yeah, it was like Henry Winkler and like George Foreman and like, some what's his name,
Terry
Terry
Bradshaw?
Bradshaw, and like this other guy. And then there's this one guy who was just like a blogger guy, and there was like a TV show, and they all were like hanging out, and they would go to like travel places. And at one point, they went to South Korea, and like, I can't remember who it was, but one of them played a prank on all of them, and they went to the demilitarized zone, but it was like a fake demilitarized zone. It was like way
Right.
away from it. They just set it up like a movie, and then like had a fake like shootout. Like
I
they
love
were like
that.
the guy was like, yeah, you can
love
step
that.
over here. Come on, step over here. And like he kind of stepped into North Korea really quick, and then like, and then the North Koreans like, what are you doing? And
That's
then they all, like,
funny.
freaking out, and then they were like, this isn't real.
That's funny. I would love that.
Seoul, yeah, Seoul's
Gosh.
And
pretty
then they
north.
went to the real
Yeah.
demilitarized zone, and they had to be like real quiet. and
Yeah.
serious, and-
Seoul's pretty close to it. They're pretty far north. The city is,
Yeah.
and I think the airport is like pretty like really.
I would go to
close
South
it.
Korea.
I would love to see South Korea, dude. Everybody from South Korea I've met has been so nice. I've met so many people.
No, the people are
like
nice.
5 of them.
It's just
They've all been very nice.
Everybody's last name is either Kim or Lee. I
Yeah,
swear.
yeah.
In the entire country.
Yeah, that was his last name.
Kim or Lee, everybody.
Yeah,
Mr.
Lee.
Kim, Mr. Lee. It's like, who sold this to you? Mr. Kim.
Mr. Kim. Yeah.
There's a shop. It's under Mr. Kim's shop. I
Mr.
don't know.
Lee is right next door.
Yeah, everybody's got. I think there's two last names.
Okay.
In the whole country, but all the
Gosh.
people are real nice. But man, I'll tell you what, I love America,
Yeah.
and Asian culture for me, it's such a departure from American culture. It's just so different. I got home. I felt homesick when I was over there.
Did you?
For a year.
A year.
And like just the little like nuances and like obviously the language barrier, but just like the little cultural nuances are just actually. It's funny. We got this plaque. I had to like when people would leave, like most people were there for a year. When you leave, we always kind of have like a little going away party, and you kind of give them a little plaque. Thanks for your year in Korea, or whatever. And I in the plaque, I said, hey, I had to go I went downtown, like off base, a little downtown area, the engraving place, and I was like, yeah, I wanted to say, goodbye, Sergeant, whoever, and then I said. Underneath it, I wanted to say thank you for all your service, but I'd like you to put that in Korean. She's like, oh yeah, cool, no problem. And so I went back to get the plaque, and it said goodbye, Sergeant so and so, and then underneath it said thank you for all your service in Korean. And I was like, if that just doesn't like summarize my experience in Korea, like that, you're just like, thank you. Here's your money. She did exactly what I told her
Korean.
to. Yeah. Thank you for all your service in Korean. On the plaque.
That's so good.
I was like, yep, all right.
Gosh, that's so good, man.
It kind of works.
Right. But it was just like that was just everything. I told you about that restaurant there called Puffins.
Puffins.
So they had this restaurant. It was like an American restaurant, and it was called Puffins. A puffin is a bird that's in like the Northwest, up like in the Washington area, Oregon area, I guess, on the coast. And this restaurant was called Puffins, and it said like on the outside it said Puffins, like an American Northwest experience. And the inside was decorated like the Northwest. They had gotten all that right, like they had like fishing stuff, and you know what I mean? Just like the entire menu was Tex-Mex and fajitas. So apparently they got they got all their decorating completely right with the Northwest, but they used American Southwest food and somehow
so funny.
Just mixed that.
You started this restaurant, dude.
But they had the best fajitas. I mean, their food was delicious, but you're like, oh, an American Northwest experience. Let me go check it out. And you're like,
cool.
Fajitas, enchiladas, okay.
All right.
I'll have the fajitas.
I'm sure they have it in Oregon somewhere.
But
that's funny.
But it was
dude.
just like that, it was like the land of the not quite right.
Yeah, just
especially when it was, and when I say that, that's everything that they do is right.
Yeah.
But when the two cultures would like collide a little bit,
yeah,
you were just like, huh,
this is
not
weird.
quite right. You get a rice patty on every single burger at McDonald's.
A rice
You'd
patty.
have to say no rice when you order it, or you're getting it on there.
No way.
Yeah,
just on a burger.
So it's like you order like a quarter pounder. It's just your regular quarter pounder, which it tasted fine, but it was just like a circular, like, half-inch thick like rice patty that would just go on. And you're like, oh,
Just almost.
no rice, please.
So almost.
No rice, please.
In Korean.
I'll have the fries.
In Korean.
That'll be my carb.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Just a lot of different stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah.
I was glad to be back, and you're definitely glad to be back
Oh, I'm sure.
in the States.
Just get back to the usual.
You miss like miss the American Northwest.
Did you have to
Cuisine.
ingratiate yourself back into American
I was like, I need to be
society?
fully ingratiated as I come back into America.
Is there anything in 2019 that you're looking forward to? Is there
I don't know,
anything?
man. So right now, I just feel like I got to get through this house stuff.
Yeah.
I got to find a place to live. I got to get rid of my
It's
house.
also
I gotta
immediate.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got Brian's wedding to do.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
I'm telling you,
whirlwind.
yeah. I just got to kind of get through January.
Yeah.
But then again, I kind of want to embrace these moments. It's like a transition in my life.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff.
It's kind
on
of
my
a big
plate,
one though, too. Yeah.
you know. And just today, I was like, man, I do have a lot going on. You know, I gotta like buy a house. I gotta close on a house. We gotta get there's some repairs that we gotta do. I gotta get ready for Brian's wedding, and then I'm meeting my wife at this one house we're looking at. And she shows up, and she was driving my car today, and she shows up, and the back right window is smashed out. And I was like, what happened? She goes, I don't know. I was like, did something hit it? She goes, I don't think so. I was like, okay, well, I'll get it fixed. Thanks.
Was everything in it?
Yeah, everything was in it. Nobody broke in. It was like when she got it, it was basically like
Like
all
somebody had,
spider.
Oh,
like
okay.
it was still all in there when she saw it.
And then she
By the
started
time I
driving.
drove it back here, all that glass had blown out on the highway. Like I was just like spraying glass everywhere. Like every time I hit a bump, it like would fall and blow out. So now it looks like somebody put their head through
Gosh,
the window.
dude, wives.
So I was like,
yeah,
yeah, I'll take that on.
that's so funny, man.
Add that to something I need to get done.
Put it on the do
But
list.
I think insurance is going to cover it, and
Yeah,
they come
that's
to your
good.
house and fix it too. So
It's a good deal.
So
So everything in 2019 for you is just immediate. You're just basically not even.
my
looking
year's
outside
going to
of
be over in
January.
about 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Smooth
everything is just
sailing.
woo. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to. We got like a pretty big family Disney trip
Oh, cool.
in at the beginning of February.
Nice,
So
nice.
we're all heading down there with the
Dude,
kids.
I'm not looking forward to those kinds of trips. I'm not a huge Disney guy. Our family went once whenever I was young, and my kid's gonna love it. He's got a little microphone toy
Right.
that plays the hot dog song from Mickey Mouse, and he starts like twerking as soon as it
hot
comes
dog,
on.
hot dog, hot diggity
Yeah,
dog?
dude. As he turns it on.
He does the hot
just-
dog dance.
He
Yeah,
just starts twerking, bro. he
Yeah,
takes
dude.
that big old booty
the
around.
hot dog dance.
And it's adorable, and I'm like, dude, I wish you wouldn't like.
we went to
Mickey.
Disney
I don't know.
at least once a year growing up,
Did you?
if not more. So I've always loved it.
Yeah.
So I have a good time.
Our family, we did like cruises. We did Islands of Adventure and like
We did
Universal
those too. We did a few of
Studios.
those too.
We did Disney one time, and we did like all the 4 parks in like 3 days,
Right.
and that was it. And everybody was because the rides aren't that great, like, but the environment and stuff is cool.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what we're doing. We're doing the 3-day but we're doing the hopper.
Okay, yep,
They call it, I guess. You can like jump from each park.
yeah.
So
They changed one of the parks too, didn't they? Didn't they tear down the Animal Kingdom and change it into like something else?
no, dude.
Aren't they changing
They
it?
added to it.
I think they're changing one
No,
of the
they
parks.
added.
They're adding a Star Wars park at some
That's
point.
that's at Hollywood Studios.
That's not Disney.
That's yeah.
Oh, Hollywood Studios
There's 4
is Disney?
theme parks within
Yeah.
Disney World.
I know that.
And you have the Hollywood Studios.
Is that where the Aerosmith ride is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're adding the
Okay.
Star Wars land. They just opened up Toy Story Land there too.
No way.
And then Animal Kingdom's got from the movie with the blue people, Pandora. With
Oh, Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Avatar Land or Pandora, whatever, which is
Jeez.
super cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
That's
like
pretty new.
jungly and stuff?
They have they actually have like the floating mountains.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then they have this ride there. It's the best ride.
That's kind of cool.
I just like Epcot, dude. Get my science on for a little bit and then go eat as much food as possible.
Dude, you know what? So Epcot, they had just opened whenever we went. They had that zero gravity space ride. Did you ever do that or hear about that?
The big ball.
No. So they shut it down like 2 years into it because apparently a couple people died because it spins so fast you got into zero gravity, but like you were in a group of people and you all had a job and like it was like a whole almost a NASA type thing.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, there was a
remember
ride.
that one.
I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't there long. We did it, bro. That actually was tight because we're like you don't know you're spinning,
Right.
but all of a sudden it's just like everything's real hard to do, and you're like, oh I have to launch the thing, and
Well, yeah. So it's like their Journey to Space or Journey to Mars. kind
Journey
of
to
thing.
Mars kind of thing.
So like
yeah,
there's like
Okay.
a beginner mode where it's just like, oh, this is easy. You kind of feel like a little bit acceleration, but like on the screens, it's like, oh, you're getting launched into space, and then like one person is a navigator and one person's
Yeah,
like the commander,
yeah.
and one person's like.
it was
So you
cool.
The
gotta
thing
kinda
is, though,
push
like-
bu- you got to push a couple buttons to like make it go right, and then there's
With
like
kids-
an extreme version where like.
Kids in Epcot. But Jamie and I went
did it.
alone.
We did the extreme version. I did that, and it was just like, I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's
more
just tough
extreme than that.
it's just tough to go. Epcot's a little too grown up.
Yeah.
You know, Jamie and I went to Epcot.
My brother and I
by
loved it. We loved
ourselves.
like all the sciencey stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
But if your kids
Two.
dumb,
Or-
they probably won't like it.
3.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, my
And
kid
you
doesn't
can-
care about sitting in Norway.
Yeah, you can eat in Germany, bro, and then just right on over to Mexico.
Hit up some Japan.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't been I would actually like Epcot a lot. But
Yeah.
I just haven't been
I mean,
down there.
we may swing through there on the 3-day thing.
Yeah.
And do
They
some.
had
of
a,
it- do
the
some
one
of it.
last time I was there. There was one. It was like it talked all about like this eco farming stuff, and they've got like these massive fruits and vegetables. It was pretty cool.
That's why I don't go to Epcot.
it was interesting.
I don't need an eco farming
And they had like all these.
TED talk.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was. Cool. I liked it.
Oh, I'm on vacation. Let me listen to this eco farming
I think they got
lecture,
that- I think they got that one ride with Ellen.
and then they can
DeGeneres.
show me how giant their fruits and vegetables are. This is a great vacation.
Yeah, check out how big this freaking
Yeah.
They've
cantaloupe
got the
is,
Ellen
dude.
DeGeneres
It's
ride, I think.
huge.
No, they just shut that one down.
They did
Yeah.
the universe of energy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they shut. They
So
shut.
that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But otherwise, 2019's looking pretty normal for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same here, man. We'll see.
it's gonna be a good year though. I'm excited
Yeah.
about it though. I mean, I always like a new year, but I don't really make I try not to make any too big of expectations.
No.
You
yeah.
know me, because what's gonna end up happening? You're gonna get let down.
Yeah, your heart's gonna be
It's
broken.
gonna break your heart.
That's
So
sad, dude.
heart's
I
gonna
like
be
the
broken.
universe of energy.
You still on Epcot?
Yeah.
And Ellen DeGeneres over there?
Bill Nye.
Ellen?
DeGeneres.
Oh, Bill Nye's a hack, dude.
Yeah.
Good lord. If we can agree on anything science-wise, we have to say that Bill Nye's a hack.
Yeah.
I think that's middle ground, right?
That's my childhood.
See, I just found middle ground with you guys.
I
I
mean,
really don't like
2019's
him.
looking up,
I really
dude.
don't like it.
I feel like a lot of people think that.
Well, okay, just give me this one, okay? I'm working
No,
on
no,
it.
no, no. He is.
I was gonna say something about Neil
I don't
deGrasse
like him. It's not
Tyson, but I
necessarily like
chose
the
not
science stuff.
to. You know, I chose not to.
I don't like Bill Nye. It's not really the science stuff. I think he's just kind of a jerk.
Yeah, he's a
He wears bow
dingus.
ties.
He's
Yeah.
he's not. He's
And,
not
like,
funny.
he's one of
either.
those
No.
people. Like he really thinks he's the smartest person on the planet.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
whenever he walks
He's
in a
a
room,
science
he's like,
guy.
He's a science
he walks
guy.
in a room and goes, "I'm the
Yeah.
smartest person here because I had a TV show
Yeah,
about science."
but yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a good year. This podcast's gonna keep rolling. Gonna
Yeah.
get some new guests in. Gonna do some hot stuff, man.
Who's that guy?
Oh, dude from which one?
I don't know that guy you were talking about.
There's one guy that has his own podcast. He talks about like music and
Hip hop, the hip hop podcast,
hip hop
which I know
culture.
nothing about.
Yeah, me either, but we can talk about it. I'm
I
sure.
want to get learned.
Yeah, and he's just
on
really into like
hip-hop.
he's real into like current events, and like I'm sure we could talk Kanye for a while and like all the different things with that. Like Kanye's about to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. Did
I
you
saw
see
We might as well
that,
give up.
dude? I'm so excited.
We might as well give up with the podcast if he can just get Kanye. I mean,
Well, I mean, he has the. I mean, dude, his media that podcast gets more listeners than most news shows.
oh yeah.
Like that's
Oprah for dudes.
yeah. That's exactly right. Dude, 3 hours with Kanye just talking about like for real stuff. It's going to be fascinating. We'll see, man.
But Joe Rogan won't let him like, because I've seen people on Joe Rogan where they're kind of like all over the place. And Kanye's kind of like that. He'll jump around.
Yeah, but
subjects and
Kanye's
stuff.
on a different level than
And-
some random dude that has like a
I bet Joe
I know,
You
Joe
know what I
Rogan
mean?
Joe
will
will
make
be like, hold on, let's break that down. What you just said.
he'll
Yes.
make he'll make more concessions for Kanye being on there.
Yeah.
and being a little.
That's
bit.
probably part of what they talked about
Being a little
too.
bit out
Like
there.
Kanye's like, dude, you got to let me talk though. And Joe's like, yeah, dude.
Because
come talk."
Kanye will just leave.
Oh yeah, he'll grab his glasses.
Yeah, he'll just bounce.
He'll put his shoes back on and just be like, "All right, guys, I'm leaving." Put his hood back on. I'm leaving.
So we got maybe
Yeah.
maybe so we get a little.
And then we got a dude that works for ESPN currently. He does lots of traveling. He's done radio for years.
That'll
we could
be
talk some sports and just talk about life with that dude. He's a cool guy.
nice.
And yeah, dude, we got some other stuff coming up. It's gonna be fun. I'm hoping we'll start a couple branch offs too of this show. You know, have some fun. 2019 is gonna be the year of the podcast for
It'll be
these
fun.
boys.
Looking forward to it.
For these boys.
Looking forward just to getting through this month. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Yeah.
Just get through the month.
You'll survive, man. You're gonna make it. You might be at your parents' house for a year and a half, but you'll make it.
Like I have to get ready for Brian's wedding at my parents' house.
That is kind of a
Which-
bummer.
One huge bonus. I got somebody to tie my tie.
Hey, you're right.
My dad
You're
will
right.
be there.
Jeez, dude. 'Cause
Daddy, tie my tie.
Brian and
That's
I were
be in
gonna have to.
Africa.
Oh man,
No.
no, he is.
He's gonna be in
Whoa,
Uganda.
what am I gonna do? I'll have to get that tie knocked out.
Dude,
like,
I'll
a day
tie your
early.
tie.
Bring it. I'll tie it here, and then you can just have it. Just like your army buddy that tied it up and you didn't untie it for like 12 years. Just bring it here. I'll tie you a perfect Windsor.
Dude, at the
and
wedding,
you'll be
there'll
good to
be
go.
a lot of
Can you hit
people
me a
there
double
you can
Windsor?
tie
I'll
it
hit
for.
you a triple Windsor if you want, bro. What do you want?
Triple Windsor. That's what I
What do you
want.
want,
That's what I
dude?
want.
I'm like a,
Brian, are you gonna tie? Are you wearing a bow tie?
I think so.
Are you gonna wear a real bow tie that you're gonna tie?
No.
Then shut up. Don't ever talk to me about tying a tie again if you're gonna wear
I
some
can tie a tie, I can
pre-tied
tie a
bow
bow
tie.
tie.
Dude, I've never worn a bow tie in my life, and it's kind of something I pride myself on because I don't like bow ties, and I have to wear a bow tie for this freaking wedding. I don't know what I'm gonna.
I tried to do normal ties. and
I know
had
you
her
did. It's not
hurricane.
your fault, man.
I wore a bow tie when I was when I stood in Johnny's wedding.
Ugh, just bow ties, man.
It was all
They're
black.
fine. They're classy looking.
no, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No,
His
they're
colors
not.
are
They're cheesy.
all-
You can take it off after the.
Oh, I'm gonna take it off because no.
After the pictures, you
Actually,
can take it
what I'm
off.
gonna do is I'm gonna untie it and leave it there because I'm taking my jacket off and I'm unbuttoning 2 buttons on my shirt and rolling my sleeves up because that's how you party after you take half your tux off.
So wait, you're actually gonna have a real bow tie?
I don't know.
I don't think they're real. I
Hey,
think
hey.
that they're.
So I'm gonna bring a real bow tie. I'm gonna buy a bow tie, bring a real one with me, so when I take the fake one off,
What?
I can have an untied one around my neck.
Why is it so acceptable to have a pre-tied bow tie or like a clip-on bow tie basically, but it's not to have like a clip-on or like pre-tied?
The only time you wear
necktie?
bow ties is when you rent a tux.
Yeah, bow ties are pretty complicated too. Like tying it's pretty tough.
So like the whole like world will just make a concession for everybody because it's too tough.
Zach, just learn to tie a tie.
Listen, I'm just saying
not
I'm not.
that
I'm in
tough.
the same boat as you bow tie boys.
Oh my bow tie boys.
You bow tie boys.
Please don't do that.
You bow tie.
I hate
boys.
that so much. You boy tie,
yeah,
you
I'm
bow
with
tie
you.
boys,
Boy tie.
you boy tie boys. Ugh.
I'm with you though, Zach, with the January thing. I'm getting married, and then I that out of the podcast.
What's that?
Hunter doesn't know that. Yeah, just beep it.
Oh.
We're going to boop.
But yeah, that's where we're going. It's gonna be dope.
That'll be cool.
Oh, back this up. Edit it.
Yeah.
My bad, dude.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Let's just finish
Just
before I
bleep
get
it
in more
out. So
trouble.
honestly, it'll kind of frustrate her, and it'll
Yeah.
build the anticipation.
Or we can just like edit something
She'll
else
find
and
the
dumb
file on my
like
computer.
Crawfordville.
Oh yeah. Panama City Beach.
She's like, what? Whose
We're going
voice
to
was that?
Apalachicola, Florida.
Deltona.
Deltona.
You heard that right. Deltona Beach, not Daytona.
All right. Well, good. Well,
Yeah.
let's end this thing, man.
Yeah, 2019, man. We're gonna play the game, be men, stand your
Don't
ground,
stomp out of rooms.
and don't stomp out of rooms.
All right.
that's
That's
it.
it. We're
All
out.
right.
See you guys.
Peace.